And another aspect of, being a confident woman, an ambitious, confident woman, is really tricky. There's a fine line between being the confident, bold woman that you would desire and being that he would desire. There's really a fine line. I found out that women are drawn to men who are alpha. They are drawn to men who have their own life together, who are tackling, so many things, and who are successful. We are drawn to that, right? Because we feel like, oh, he's sexy. You see a confident man, you feel like, oh, he's sexy. However, men, doesn't matter for them, right? You can be a woman with no job, not knowing where she's going with her life, and guess what? That confident man may still fall in love with you, because that's just the DNA. That's how they are. So are men really attracted to women like me who are bold, confident, ambitious, entrepreneur, all of these things? Yes, a lot. Best believe, a lot. But do they actually want that woman in the house? And that's a different story. That's a different ball game. As a woman who is an alpha, right? Because I identify myself as an alpha female. As a woman who is alpha, bold, confident, successful, let me just say it quietly. I found out that there is not enough or a lot of black African men who can handle those type of women, right? I mean, you guys can sip on it and let me know what you think. But the reason why I'm saying that is just having to interact with many men have allowed me to understand one thing. They want you to be pretty. They want you to be successful, but not too successful. They want you to be the CEO, but not too much. They want you to be smart, but don't check them. They want you to be who you are, but please forget a little bit of who you are, because you have to take care of who they are. They want you to be supportive to them, but most of the time, the same level of support is not most of the time returned to you. So being a confident woman and being a woman in business, and I have to specify that being a woman in business, you get into rooms where most of the time you find men. Most of the people that you deal with on a regular basis are men. Even though I have a bridal company, for example, I still deal with a lot of men on the back end, right? I mean, my clients are mainly women, but on the back end, on the logistics side of the business, I deal with a lot of men. Sometimes going into partnership on some project or anything like that is really with men. My YJ consulting company that I recently started, I deal with a lot of men. Most of the people who are investing in Cameroon are men. The majority of people that I'm talking to, I mean, guys, all the people, all my clients at the moment are men when it comes to people investing back home. So being a businesswoman and dating is a different ball game. It's a different story. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The ground is a bit, I mean, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's a bit shaky for women like me. And it comes with assumptions that you're supposed to hold on to the first guy that show up, because you're not going to have that opportunity again coming to you. People are expecting you to be a housewife, or they're expecting to turn you into a housewife. There's nothing wrong with being a housewife. I have girlfriends of mine being housewives. My mom was a housewife, a business/housewife. So I have no issue or nothing against it, right? But I found out in my whole experience that I was expected to let go of my businesses, let go of my ambitions, let go of what I worked for or what I choose to define myself with, I was expected to let go of it in order to cater to a man's ego. Because as a woman, as an African woman, this is who you're supposed to be. You're supposed to cater to a man. You're supposed to want to bear children because this is who you are. And I find myself constantly fighting that narrative. And whether it's with my aunties, my uncles, some of my friends, some of the men that are approaching me, I find myself constantly fighting the narrative that being an African woman does not just resume at us being in the household, taking care of children, cooking for the whole family. No, we are different, and we all should be accepted as is. And it's not just a thing about being an African woman or a black woman. I think it's just being a woman in general, as you expected to be a nurturing person, which I think, genetically or whatever you want to say we are. But when you find a woman who tend to be alpha, which is a woman like me, I found out from my experience that it's really hard for African men, and I say African men because that's usually most of the men that I would talk to. I found out that it's really hard for African men to understand an alpha female, right? A female who is not just alpha in her nature, but also a boss in her businesses. So how do I cope, if I can say it like that? I'm not worried. I don't even know how to say that, guys. I'm not worried. I've learned to accept fully who I am. Therefore, as I'm coming into a relationship, as I'm going to a relationship, I'm expecting you, that man, to accept me fully. Just like women will be accepting those men fully, right? Just like I said earlier, there are things you can compromise and things you cannot compromise on. I cannot compromise Jace. I cannot compromise me in my nature, right? This is who I am. If you ask my family, my friends, everybody that knows me, that have known me from the time I was a girl, they would tell you, oh yeah, she has all the characteristics of an alpha female. So it's not just me being in business, it's also me in my true nature. This is who I am. And it's really a challenge when you meet men who are expecting you to let go of all your endeavors, all your dreams, because they have appeared, because they showed up, right? They're expecting you to just, cool off and let them take care of you. I need for somebody to care for me. I don't need somebody to take care of me for every single aspect of my life. One thing that I found out that most of the time men misunderstand is the idea that them being in our life is good enough reason for us to find happiness. No, I'm here to burst that bubble. It's not enough. If you find a woman, I'm talking to men right now. If you find a woman that has achieved a certain level of success, she loves what she's doing in terms of her job, her career, or anything, you have to let her and to push her become a better person in that environment. You cannot remove a woman in her really comfortable environment, something that makes her glow, something that makes her thrive, something that makes her happy. You cannot expect to remove her from that environment so that she can just cater to you and expecting her to be happy. There's always going to be something missing, even though she chooses to let go of everything she had worked for. She will never be happy the way she would have wanted, and she will always be resentful. And you will then, as a man, you will then say, you have changed. When I met you, you were happy. What happened to you? You are always whining. You are always complaining. But no, you really didn't get it. You gave her an ultimatum, or she chose to please you and letting go of what made her happy. Even when I say happiness comes from within, there are little aspects of things that we do that adds to that happiness. So this was just a disclaimer for some of you men watching and wondering what is she talking about. Yes, those are things that as a woman like myself, I know exactly who I am. Therefore, I will not find myself in a position where I'm letting go of what, set my soul on fire. Here's the thing though. If you are in a relationship, which I've been in relationships where I have a supportive partner, I don't know if they were that supportive, but let's just talk. So I've been in relationship where I felt like I had a supportive partner. He was pushing me towards my dream. He was helping me get there. He was making my voice even a bit louder so that people can hear me out, so that I can impact more girls and women. And I found myself loving me even more and loving him even more. Whoever, whether you're a man or a woman, whoever comes to your life to add value, to push you to be a better person, to support you in all your endeavor, that person will make you fall in love with yourself more, and you will definitely fall in love with them even more. That's just the reality. And I feel like in so many relationships, people are so selfish that they expect you or us or anyone to give up who they are, what they've done, in order to cater to them, because they feel like I matter. I'm the man. You're supposed to take care of me, right? No, I'm not your mom. I'm not your babysitter. We take care of each other. We make each other grow. We make each other happy. And that's just the formula for a successful relationship. The reason why I'm still a single woman and happy to be in this season of my singleness is really truly because I have not yet found somebody who gets me on that level. And it's not like I'm not looking for that person because I'm comfortable in my own skin. I have this saying, this thing that I always say to my family and my friends: if I die tomorrow, or if I'm told that I'm going to die tomorrow, I'll be comfortable. I'll be happy, because the things that I wanted to achieve, the things that I wanted to accomplish, I have accomplished them. And that comes with that level of consciousness where you feel like I'm good with my own self, I'm good with my achievements, and I had to work hard in order to sustain my peace, my happiness, my love, and the people who are my tribe, right? So being a woman, a confident woman, you get the constant pressure, right? That you're too picky, that you should compromise more, you should think about building a family, having children, all of these things. I think it's beautiful, right? It is beautiful if that's what you want. It's beautiful if that's what you want. And I'm still in this era of my life where I don't really crave for it, because I have chosen to live in the moment. I have chosen to be present as much as I can, because it's not, I can still not be that present, but I've chosen to be present and to enjoy this season that was given to me. So I'm not worried about the unknown. I'm not worried if I'm going to die. I'm not worried if I don't have a mate. I'm not worried if I don't have children, because I have done enough work to be comfortable with who I am today. So I know that was a bit spiritual there, but I just wanted to share that for some of you who are wondering how to maneuver in this world of dating, being maybe that woman that people perceive you to be, an alpha female or a confident woman. How do you even get that confidence in the first place? And how do you maneuver into the world of dating, knowing that you're not going to compromise your standards, basically. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think, really. Let me know and write down below. Write everything. I want to know what you guys think of this topic. I want to know if you have fears when it comes to settling down or having children, or maybe you're in your early 30s, mid 30s, or late 20s, whatsoever. Are you having those worries? Is there anything you can start doing today in order to be comfortable with who you are today and not be worried about the outcome of tomorrow, right? So let me know down below. I'll be glad to interact with you guys as usual. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.